going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. This is for entertainment purposes only. Look at this. I mean, how could you not take me seriously? Look at my studio. Beautiful, man. Yeah, but anyways, hopefully some of you guys were buying when I said this looks bullish. I actually tried to make a video last weekend. I uploaded it and it just got deleted. So I must have said something. I don't know, but it just vanished. So maybe I need to be a little more careful. I thought I kind of flew under the radar here because I don't really have like 1 million subscribers. But apparently they're watching me too, you know? But yeah, I said this looks bullish, and I said this like down here. 20 cents, 22 cents, you know? XLM. XCN. I said, yeah, this is a falling wedge. This was around like 8-9 cents. And now it's at, oh no, sorry. It's at, this was like a fraction of a penny. 0.08009. And it's pretty much doubled since I said, like, hey, this looks really bullish. But even I didn't buy because I had a bunch of other things. But once I saw it pop, you know, I shifted things around and took advantage of the rest of this. And I actually bought more crypto this week. Bought this guy right here, Synapse, which I'm not really up yet. But I think we are at the beginning stages of the next massive move. Because, I mean, look at Bitcoin. Do you see this consolidation right here over my head, and then it popped? Wait, where's the pen? Where's the pen? Yeah. Resistance, broke through, consolidated, support, boom. Bull flag, broke through. So a lot of retail traders, they're going to see that. Hey, look, we're breaking a major correction pattern. It's time to pile in. Or they might wait for this thing to drop and retest. But regardless, I think this coming week is going to be the beginning of the next massive move. And doesn't mean things are going to double, quadruple next week. It means it's the beginning of it. Because it usually starts out kind of slow, then it starts to pick up momentum, and then boom, it explodes. Right? And it's not just Bitcoin, XLM. You see that trend line? We're breaking through. Looking good. You know, XCN already broke through. Now we're getting another pennant formation. So right now I have XRP, XLM, ACH, XCN, SPA, and SYN. Those are all the cryptos that I'm holding. Plus the futures market, which they kicked me out of my trade again. And I don't understand why. I put $2,000 in the futures account. I bought micro Bitcoin futures long 3 weeks ago, and I was up $1,800. So if I took $2,000 and put it in Bitcoin 3 weeks ago, would I have almost doubled my money? No, not even close. But in the futures market, because it's leveraged, I can take a smaller amount of money and leverage it, and really multiply my and plus I can go up or down, which is cool. So I do plan on pulling some of the, once the crypto market really rips, I plan on pulling some of that money and throwing it in the futures market so that I have more skin in the game, and hopefully they'll stop pulling me out of my freaking trade. I was up $1,900 yesterday, $1,900, and I had way more than enough money in my account to still be in that trade. Based on what they're telling me, you need this much to stay in, and I had it, but they still pulled me out. So I don't know. It's tough in the futures market because usually futures you need like really big accounts. Right, like 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 100,000, 200,000, 500,000. You know, there's massive futures accounts. But it gives you the ability to buy, sell, you know, gold, silver, Bitcoin. I see there's Ethereum, but I haven't quite figured out those ones yet. But yeah, I'm happy with just following Bitcoin, right? Because Bitcoin steers the market, so I figure my best bet is to just stick with Bitcoin and that chart, because it'll really give me a hint of what's to come. So pretty much right now I'm all in. Like literally, I have nothing left to invest. It's all invested, everything. I have a huge position in silver and crypto right now. That's pretty much it. And I have other currencies as well that I've invested in, but those are kind of longer term thinking. And obviously copper. You know, I love copper. I think copper is going to come on. Copper is going to break above that $5 level. I think very shortly, retest it, and just copper is going to become very expensive. I think silver is going to become very expensive, and gold is just going to go to ridiculous levels. So gold looks like we have a pin bar on the weekly, but I've seen pin bars form and then they just keep going higher. So is there a pullback coming? Possibly. There could be a pullback coming. So if we do get a pullback, I was hoping to get enough money in my futures account that eventually I can be long Bitcoin and silver. You know, unfortunately, futures, I haven't seen copper, but I have been trying to pay more attention to my retirement portfolio because it's been taking an absolute beating, and it's like, well, it's retirement, you know, whatever. I'm just gonna hold it long term, but I think I should pay more attention to it, right? I was very heavy in the EV stocks like NIO. I had Lucid. Right now in the retirement portfolio, I believe I have GLDG, NIO, Tesla, AICOF, and BADEF, a silver mining stock. So I wanted to take a small portion of the retirement portfolio and shove it into something that I thought would do good in the short term. So I have more money that I can buy other things that I want to hold long term. Lucid, I'm not selling. It's an American company. I love their cars. They're very luxurious, like electric vehicles. There's a dealership not too far from me, and it's an American company. So I'm not selling it. And it was a little spawn of Tesla. So that guy used to work for Tesla, so I think he knows a few things. I like Lucid. NIO, I just kind of had kind of a bias because I made a ton of money off of it during the COVID rip. So I wanted to make more off of it, but it just, this could be the low here. Who knows? It might rip from here. I don't know. But just to pull some away from the electric vehicles and throw it into something else, I wanted some exposure to the crypto market in my retirement portfolio. So I went and sold all of my NIO. Not all of it, but most of it. I sold most of it, I should say. And I threw it into Riot. Riot is a blockchain crypto type company. And I want to show you why exactly I decided to do this. So if we zoom out, This is the weekly chart for Riot. Right up here, it was around $3,000. $3,200 a share. And right now it's trading for $7.77. But let's look at the price action. Why would we think potentially this could rip higher? Well, because I think the crypto market as a whole is about to rip higher, for one. And when I remember during COVID or right after COVID, when crypto was ripping, so was Riot. There was so many people that had call options for Riot. But let's look at the price action. So we had a high, an absolute high right here. We had a move, pullback, move, pullback, move, pullback, move, pullback, move, right? So we're getting lower lows and lower highs. Then we had this major pump here, taking out a swing high. That's a good sign. Doesn't mean it's over, but that's a good sign. And then all of a sudden we had this sweep of the lows again. 2020, during COVID. We created a low. And look at this. This is the pump that I remember. People like so bullish on this Riot thing, man. People will call options, boom, 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 boom. And we created a higher high. So now we have two higher highs in a row. Okay. Price came down. Now we have a higher low, pushed up. And it looks like we're getting a bull flag here right at this $14 to $15 level. Why? Well, look at this $14 to $15 level. It looks like a major psychological spot for this stock. It bounce. You know, we broke, tested right here, fell below, tried to get back above, false break, even lower, tried to get back above again, pushed back, then we just pushed again, rejected, but it seems convenient that we're sitting right at that resistance trend line, creating a bull flag right before, I believe, the crypto market is about to explode. And if this completes this pattern and it shoots up, and maybe we get some kind of pattern like that, you know, an ascending wedge, which could be bearish, bigger picture, right? And this comes crashing back down. But then in the much bigger picture, it goes parabolic from there. We don't know. But what I'm looking for is some quick dough for the retirement account. And I'm saying, you know, look, we're at let's call it $8. This thing could shoot all the way to 125, 180. If we get a correction in the middle, it could go up to 250, 360 on this next push. So from 7 to, yeah. You see what I'm saying? This is not something I invested a ton of money into, but I put a decent chunk. I had NEO. I was down $700 on my position. I took the L and I threw all of it into Riot. And I'm looking to ride this rip up at least to $90. We get to $90, I might pull that in my retirement account and then roll the money into something else. So I'm thinking I'm not going to go too crazy trying to like day trade or swing trade my retirement account just yet. I'm going to leave the bulk of it in companies that I believe in long term or things that I like long term. But I'm going to take a small portion of it and I'm going to try to look for opportunities like this and trade the swing, take the money, and go look for something else. and see if we can keep just flipping it. You know what I mean? So yeah, like I say, hopefully you guys bought when I said, you know, I'm not an expert, I'm not a professional. This is just 5 years ish of me obsessing over charts and price action and watching things move. And I've never seen charts that look so bullish in my life than what the crypto charts are looking like right now. They look insanely bullish to me. And if the charts are lying to me and I lose all my money, I doubt it, man. I really doubt it. I think when you zoom out and you look at the bigger picture, it's much harder for these bigger banks and institutions to screw with people. I think on the lower time frames, it's very easy for them to swing price around and confuse people. But when you zoom out and you see the bigger picture, and you see these bigger swings, I think we're onto something here, and I think we're gonna find out, and I think we're about to make a lot of freaking money. So stay tuned. See you in the next one.